What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another match reaction here on the Cup Chasers. The Arsenal have thrown away the game at home today versus Aston Villa in what I thought was actually a really good performance for most of the game. But let's go ahead and get the likes up on the video. Let's go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you are new, of course, thank you for being here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, let's get right into it. When I saw the lineup, my first note was I am worried as bleep because it was, I didn't know Saliba wasn't going to be in. And that was very scary to start with. Partey at right back. I'm sure if you've been on this channel before, you know my feelings about that. So I was definitely worried to begin the game, but I thought we came out and were very energetic. We had all of the ball in the first 10 minutes. It's, even a little bit better than what we saw against Spurs as far as the energy. We, game to game to game, it's kind of improving just a little bit each game. And I thought that we were very, very good for a long time in this game. We were winning second balls. We were keeping the press really high up in their half, and it was working really well. Lewis-Skelly started well. Partey started well. Timber started well. I mean, it was we kind of put it on for the first 10 minutes there, and I was like, okay, all right, we're looking decent. And then we kind of let them have it for about the next 10 minutes, and they had a spell of possession, so much so that at 20 minutes, this possession was 50-50. Which kind of belied our fast, nice start to the game. But I thought we were definitely still in control. They were not really having a sniff. I liked that both Martinelli and Trossard were going at Maatsen and Digne. Well, Digne came on and switched over to the other side against Martinelli, but Trossard was going at his man as well, which I love to see that. I thought that both of them, I thought Martinelli was decent, had a decent game, of course, got in for the goal. So you love to see that. He needed that definitely to gain some confidence. And on the other side, I thought Trossard played really well in that first half. They all kind of faded in the second, but I thought that Trossard did really well, upped his game, improved performance. You can see the goal has given him some confidence from the last game. So I was happy to see that. Kai Havertz, I have a note here that says he turned away from goal twice now in the middle of a run when we were trying to build it up. But he was coming back to collect the ball a bit deeper early on in the game. I thought that he maybe felt a little bit isolated, so he was coming back to try to get involved. And I thought that as the game went on, he did that a lot more. For a bit there, Timber looked kind of leggy. He looked kind of weird there in that first half. I was wondering... Gabriel was able to cover for him a lot, and he was getting a lot of help from Martinelli and Partey. So it wasn't necessarily something that I kept harping. I didn't see it again. I didn't take note of it again in the game, but he looked a little leggy in the beginning. Even though I thought overall he had a very good game, a decent game back there, deputizing for Saliba. Trossard taking on the man, Nelly getting in front of his man, and boom, we're up 1-0. I've been crying out for that for I don't know how long. Take on the guy, take on the fullback, and cut the ball across. Take on, and we did that today, and with a lot of success. Very dangerous doing that today. I have a note that says Trossard has to score, but the play was actually offsides. Now that I look at it, let's talk about Mikel Merino. I have been ridiculously, incredibly critical because he's pretty much been a passenger the whole season. Today was by far and away his best performance in an Arsenal shirt. I'm definitely not one to criticize a player and then not give him his props when he's had a good game. Merino was in there battling. He was winning headers. He was keeping the ball. I mean, he keeps the ball ticking normally. He normally doesn't give the ball away. So I was definitely happy to see him continue that. I thought that he was doing really well, kind of the best I'd seen him play, in that first little bit, and he continued to improve on that. Almost got himself a goal in the end. So much improved. Very, very happy to see that from Mikel Merino. Do I think that he was, the superstar that, we need in that left eight? Somebody, do I think that he played to the level that we absolutely need? Maybe not, but there's been tiny improvements, and I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Jury's still out for me because he hasn't done it enough. He hasn't done it enough, but he was really, really good today, so we'll give him his props. Yep, the willingness to run at the fullbacks, good to see. Love to see that. The urgency, the energy to kind of get at the fullback with some offensive impetus. I was definitely happy to see that today. But I thought at halftime it was the best half we'd played in a long time. Got the deserved goal. We were winning second balls. We were dominating the middle. Partey and Lewis-Skelly were playing well. Gabriel and Timber were locking down the counterattacks, which is exactly what we needed. Rice was fantastic, and Merino, like I said, was doing very well. And when we come out in the second half, it was finally like, yes, we're putting it on them still. We're not happy with the 1-goal lead, and we got the second goal. And it was a fantastic goal. Once again, Trossard beats his man. And Kai Havertz with finally with the finish that we've been crying out for from him for forever. Finally pops up and looks like a number 9 with that finish. Took it well, took it with confidence. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. I thought Havertz wasn't, he wasn't incredible. He didn't, win the man of the match or anything, but I thought he absolutely worked hard, got his goal, and took it really, really well, which is not something we could say about him in recent weeks. And I'm very, very happy. He needed that. He desperately needed that for sure. And it's good to see him get on the score sheet. Finally to score like a really good goal. And then, after that, it just all went to shit. We scored. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say that we didn't sit back. We didn't it wasn't like a mental switch. It wasn't like a mental, we slowed down. It was a mental switch where we switched off completely. And I don't know how many times this season we're going to not go out to the man on the cross. And you can say, yeah, it's Thomas Partey. He's a midfielder. He's playing right back. But you have to get to your man. We can't allow crosses. 2 crosses and we've given the game away. 2 flipping crosses and we blow the fucking game. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that 2 crosses. We pretty much gave them. That's the only opportunities we've given them. We just get punished so ruthlessly. That second half, I didn't think there was a lot of control. It was very harried, and when we got slapped in the face by the goal, we didn't recover for 10 minutes and gave another one. They put it on us. And Villa are a great team. I thought that we, controlled them for the most part in this game, but we switch off once or twice and get absolutely wrecked for it. If we're going to win the the Premier League, if we're going to win the Premier League, we can't switch off like that. You just can't switch off. Period. Liverpool went for 97 minutes today, didn't switch off once, put 30 shots on the goal, finally got the win. That's a champion's performance. That's how champions work. That's what champions do to win games. We can't switch. You can't ever switch off. Never, ever, ever, ever. And, Arsenal like to switch off for 6-7 minutes in the game and give the game away. We do that a lot. Where I've harped on the outside backs. Maybe it's something from the coaching staff that's telling them to be aware that the guy might do a jink and get past you. So give the man a little bit of space on the outside. But when we're letting crosses in by doing that, and conceding goals off of it, it becomes a glaring error, a huge mistake. Sometimes we get away with it, but today we got absolutely ruthlessly punished. And more often than not, teams have been really efficient against us. and it was the same today. Yeah, I thought Gabriel was great, but that's the only note in between the two goals was Gabriel has been excellent, and then we don't close down the cross again. Partey just lets his man go. So, as much as Thomas Partey wasn't horrible today, he's at fault for both goals. He's at fault for 100%. For me, both of those goals he's at fault for. He lets Watkins go completely. He has him. He's with him. And then just moment of madness. Just lets him go. And, of course, Watkins is going to dunk it in from 5 yards out because it's Ollie flipping Watkins. Of course. Yeah, at least there was urgency. At 2-2, we knew we had to win. Still taking 9 years to take corner kicks and free kicks when we get close. Just taking forever. And yeah, I don't know. This one, I'm absolutely gutted about this one, man. It's that's gut-wrenching, especially after watching Brentford take Liverpool to 90 and lose, and it's been a horrible day on the tips and predictions that I did. Check out the tips and predictions series. Maybe not Friday's video because we lost most of them, but it's been that kind of day really, and I thought that in spite of having one of our better performances for the majority of the game, we're left with nothing. We're left with dust in our pockets again. After, yeah, man, I can't even I don't even know what to say. It's definitely not against on Arteta. This one is just, I thought that, the subs were fine. Sterling is pretty much all he had. It's all he could do, and Sterling is Sterling. I'm not going to get onto him once again. Gets on the ball, runs forward, and gives it away. That's what he does, and we know that. So I'm not even gonna. It's whatever. That just goes back to recruitment. Once again, it always does when we come up short. Let's see how many. I mean, we did put a bunch of attempts in. We had the ball in the net 3 times. 17 attempts, 6 on goal. Yeah, man. It just feels disgusting. Absolutely gutted in the end to not get the 3 points. They had like a 10-minute spell, and we got punished. And yeah, once again, it all comes back to mentality. Just having a winning mentality that we really lack in the crucial moments. I was happy that we looked like we were urgent. We looked like we knew that we had to win this game. But you get hit in the mouth and don't have the the mentality to stand up and keep it tight for the next 5-10 minutes to try to secure the game. And yeah, I don't know. Give it away. Just give it away. I do want to talk about Martin Odegaard. Hey, Kenzo, thanks for being here, man. That's unlucky. That the Havertz blocking the goal to make it 3-2. It's just unlucky. Havertz didn't even know anything about it, really. It's you can tell he's twisted his body to try to get away from the ball, and it's just it's just unlucky. As he's coming like this, it's hit his arm, and that's you can't score with your arm, whether accidental or not. I don't have any issue with that. I was celebrating, of course, and then I got the text. I was getting texts and people saying goal, and then somebody texted me, damn, and my heart sank because I guess they were a little bit in front of me as far as the broadcast. But yeah, when the ball hits your arm and goes in like that, yeah, oh yeah, always Havertz, always 2-9, of course. Whether or not he was awesome or horrible, he's there. He's in the limelight. He's definitely in there, whatever you think of him. And I don't have a thing against him personally. I don't think he's good enough for Arsenal, for a club such as us. I don't think he's been good enough. But as far, what we do know about Kai Havertz is that he's a confidence player, which again, I said it in the pod on Thursday night with Lewis. I don't understand why these professional footballers have crises of confidence when you're literally getting paid ridiculously stupid, obscene, disgusting money to play this game. You're obviously pretty good. So I feel like there should be confidence there, but Kai is definitely a confidence player, and the goal will do him a world of good. It'll do him a world of good. If you look at our players, that's what we need. Our problem is 100% mental. Like I said it like 6-7 months ago. The only thing this team really needs, yes, we need a striker. Yes, we need, backup because we're, on our, ninth, 10th, 11th man deep or whatever in the thing. But, oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's very, very, very concerning that confidence is such an issue and that the mentality is such an issue for a team. That's what I'm saying. The only thing we need to get over the line is Arteta needs to develop the winning mentality so that the rest of them will develop the winning mentality. That's why I made that video a few weeks back about Arsenal must win the Carabao Cup, must get something over the line because we'll get that winning feeling and we'll know what it means to win a tournament, to win a trophy and lift that trophy. We desperately need that winning mentality. I feel like that's all we lacked last season. Yeah, man, I keep it real. I've been saying the same thing. Like, you can go back and look at my match reactions. It's been the same way. My support, I guess, of Arteta has been back and forth. I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong. I don't think we have the mentality to do it, but I want to be wrong. Like I say, I'm not Kai Havertz's biggest fan, but I want to be wrong. I want him to win the Golden Boot and Arteta to be doing this with a smug smile on his face at the end. I want all of that, of course, but I just don't think that it's that we're going to be able to do it. But yeah, about the confidence, that's why, like, when Declan Rice said the thing last game about the fans online versus the fans in the stadium, as much as I don't think Kai Havertz doing good is going to mean that he's going to stay, as much as I kind of don't want that, because I do want him to be moved on the day, in the game, I love that the fans at the stadium are singing his name and chanting his name, because he does need that confidence. Look, the way things should be and the way reality is can be far apart at times. And so, yes, I don't want us, like you're saying, Kenzo, it to be concerning about having confidence issues. I don't want that, but it's there. It's there. And so when we get boosts in confidence from scoring goals, just like Jesus did before he went down, just like Trossard did, and now Havertz should get a boost from that goal, even if we, I agree with this, Sifu. They both do. Sold or bench. I agree with that. We don't have anyone to replace them right now, and so we got to back them and hope that their confidence can give them a run, of games where, they're getting goals, they're getting assists, they're feeling better about the team and, and everything, because that's just the reality of where we're at. That's just is what it is at this point. No, I don't like it, but we still have to move on. Yeah, I'm absolutely gutted today, but we still have to go beat Zagreb on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever that is. It don't stop. It can't stop, won't stop. Like I said, so I'm glad that they're both maybe get a little bit of confidence from this, despite how gut wrenching this result is going to be. And I think that maybe, I was about to start going in on Martin Odegaard, and maybe that's his issue as well. He looked really, really good against Spurs until we were in the box. And then today he kind of regressed a little bit again, I thought. I don't know if it's confidence or if he's tired from his baby, or if, what it is. I don't know. I don't know what excuse we want to give, but he's been poor overall for a long time now. And I thought that Trossard was good today. Nelly was good today. Declan Rice is a monster. I love him. Marino even was pretty good today. Lewis-Skelly is an absolute godsend. Odegaard was the only one that was really a passenger today. And yeah, in the end, he was coming to get it and pushing the ball forward, but he didn't really give us that creativity. You know, we love that little chip so that Partey can go around the back. He only did that like once. It only came off like one time. And maybe it's a confidence thing with Odegaard. You know, maybe he's not feeling it. I don't know what it is. You know, it looks good. He looks flashy on the ball, but he hasn't really been doing much. He hasn't really been creating much, you know, and I don't know if maybe he needs to sit for a minute. I wish we had the luxury to let him sit for a game or two, but we don't have that luxury. There's no one. There is no one. I don't know when Ethan is going to be back, but he even looked better out on the right wing position, you know, where obviously Saka's down and we don't have anyone. So, you know, I don't know. Lewis and I were discussing it in the pod on Thursday about how maybe Odegaard should shift to the left 8 role. And, you know, we can get somebody in the right. But again, that's probably going to be a summer thing if that would ever happen, because we would have to, you know, they're not going to buy anybody in January. And if all of a sudden Florian Wirtz comes through the door or something, it'll be the most stunning signing that Arsenal has ever done ever. You know, even more stunning than getting Mesut Ozil, you know, at this point in the window. What is it? Flipping the 18th or something. So there's like 13 days. There's less than 2 weeks left in the window. I don't think anything's coming in. I don't see anything coming in, you know, but something's got to give with Martin. I don't know whether he needs. Maybe if we go and we wreck Zagreb 6-0 and he gets a goal and 4 assists or something, it'll boost the confidence, you know, and maybe that's what he needs. I don't know. But once again, he's just not been up to his standard. He has not been up to his standard all season. To be honest with you, maybe the injury has messed him up. I don't know what it is. Man, Sifu, we haven't replaced Fabio Vieira. We haven't replaced Smith Rowe. We haven't replaced Granit Xhaka. We haven't replaced Aubameyang. We haven't replaced Aubameyang yet, man. Don't get me started on the recruitment, on the absolute failures. Yeah, we really haven't replaced Eddie Nketiah either, and he's won a penalty. He got in the game and won a penalty today for Palace. Not that I'm saying we should bring him back, because he's not awesome at all. But yeah, but we haven't replaced anyone, man. It's been rough. To think that Granit Xhaka is still a hole in the team, and yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough when you look at it, and then you think and you see Sterling come on today and do what Sterling does. You know, good that the fans got behind him as soon as he got the ball. He gets the ball, beats his man, and runs, and then does what he does and gives it away. You know, but that just goes to show you once again, like every single game, it's showing you our lack of recruitment. Every single game, and you know, and maybe I'm wrong, man. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's not Arteta who's left us threadbare. You know, maybe Edu did all this, pulled a runner, and was like, "Gotcha!" And you know, maybe the board has been shutting Arteta down. I want Vlahovic, and instead we get Sterling or whatever. Maybe just maybe. I would love to think that, but whatever has happened to ruin our transfers and transfer windows, something's got to change. Something's got to change there, man. Somebody in general needs to find the winning mentality, because we just don't have it. We just don't have a champion's mentality right now. And I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know where it's going to come from, because even in one of our better displays this season, switch off for a second and get punished. Just get punished. Absolutely. And it's Villa again, man. That burns. That burns up so much that it's Villa again. Oh, there's a clear difference between Liverpool and us. Liverpool, from the word go to the end of that game, Brentford were run ragged, man. They were dead. They were dead at the end of the game. Mbomo had to come off. Wissa was sucking wind, man. They were so tired because Liverpool were just boom, on him, on him, on him, on him, on him, on him, on him for 90 minutes straight, and it finally broke him down. And we're not like that, you know. We were on him a bit for a while, for a good 60 minutes today. We kind of put it on him, and then one slap in the face, and it's like, oh God, here we go, you know. So that, I don't know if Josh Kroenke needs to bring the mentality, because I don't think he's got it. I don't think the Kroenkes have the ambition. You know, so I don't know if that's where the mentality is going to come from. You know, I desperately hope that Arteta can find it. I'm just, you know, this kind of stuff just keeps happening. And yeah, we're like 12 unbeaten in the league, and it still just got me shaking my head. I'm just absolutely gutted by the result. Especially on a day where we looked good for so long. It's just, yeah, we got to pick it up and go again. That's the only thing. That's the only option we get. Default settings, really. Looking above us and praying teams drop points. We're used to that as Arsenal fans. You know, so we'll just have to keep ticking. Just have to keep going. Look at the next game. You know, try to find some hope for the Champions League. Try to find some hope for the game at Newcastle. That's another thing. Flipping Bournemouth went to St. James and were in their face the whole game. We're gonna have to replicate that. Who would I buy right now? Victor Gyökeres. Actually, who a realistic signing that I think who I would get right here, right now is Osimhen, because he fits everything Arteta likes. He's a castaway at his own club. He, you know, he's big, so Arteta will like that. You can dump balls into him. He holds the ball up well. So I think Osimhen is the perfect fit right now. He's gonna do well. He's gonna do better against low blocks, I think, than Gyökeres will, or Isak will. They're used to having space. As much as I would love the finishing ability of Alexander Isak, you know, Bournemouth today absolutely put it on them, and he didn't even have a shot on target today. You know, so we're gonna be we face low blocks constantly. So I would definitely buy Victor Osimhen, and then I would buy. I mean, if money weren't an issue and we can dreamland, I would buy Florian Wirtz. Like I said earlier, you know, if we could get him. But as far as realistically, I mean, I would have gotten Lewis-Skelly, but he's gone now. Yeah, we definitely need more than one. But I think Osimhen, at the very least, Victor Osimhen would be who I would go for right here, right now. There's plenty of good players. Like, we could get Douglas Luiz from Juventus. He doesn't even start for them. You know, he came in today versus Milan and was decent. You know, so we could get Douglas. He would be good there in the left 8 or the right 8. I definitely think if we found somebody more creative and with, you know, more of an attacking, even Morgan Rogers. I would go for Morgan Rogers and put him in the left 8 and Odegaard in the right 8, or we could, you know, back and forth. I would love that. I would love that combination. Or John Duran. Go for them. Like, they're there. The players are there, man, that would improve this squad dramatically, immediately. You know, not that I think Morgan Rogers would be available or John Duran. I don't think Villa would let either of them go, but, you know, we're supposed to be the third biggest club in England, supposed to be able to go and attract anybody we want. But, you know, who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? But yeah, Osimhen for me would be the one to go for right here, right now. And he would definitely, I think, help us to bag goals. But who knows, man? Maybe, you know, maybe Havertz will go on a run. Trossard will go on a run. We definitely need them to. They should take confidence from this game. And Martinelli scored as well, so maybe he'll be able to pick up some form. You know, goals give confidence, and I can only hope. We can only hope that they, you know, they improve. They were decent in front of goal today, and I know this club. I've been following Arsenal for so long now, and I don't expect them to buy anyone. Just based on what they do, what we have done in the past, I don't expect anything in January. You know, but if it were me, definitely would bring in Osimhen. That would give us a boost right out the rip. But yeah, absolutely gutted today. This one hurt. This one definitely hurt a lot, especially in a day where none of my bets were coming off. Obviously, I mean, I didn't win this one either. So it's been a rough day. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the likes up on the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the comments, Kenzo and Sifu. Appreciate that. Of course, go ahead and get all your comments as well, what you think in the comments below too. For those of you who are watching this on the replay, of course, have the notification bell on. We got plenty more content coming your way as the months and weeks go by. Crunk is out, and so am I.